Alright guys, so we just noticed a really good deal on Amazon for a light. I got all the lights laid out here. About 3 of these, 4 of these, 5 of these need to go back. Um, they're just kind of not really impressive. Actually, probably more than that, but um, specifically these 26 650 lights, a couple of them, they really don't focus as far as they should, and I don't know. I think for like me, I don't mind a dim flashlight, but I really do mind a annoying user interface. Anyway, let's see if we can find this thing that was on here not too long ago. I don't know if it's going to pop up on here or not easily. I'm trying to make the decision of whether or not to order another light. Let's see here. Okay, there it is. So underneath rechargeable flashlight, all discounts, today's deals will come up on the wurkkos td02 tactical flashlight. It's $23. It's like $26.99 on wurkkos' website without a battery. It's normally about $39 on Amazon with like maybe a 5% coupon. So right now it's actually, it doesn't show up on here correctly, but okay, there it is. It's 5% claimed. It's a lightning deal. So I think it has a TIR lens. There might be a switch on the back of it. It's supposed to be tactical style flashlight. USB-C charging. Let's see what the goofy video shows. Big deal. These batteries actually seem to be fairly good. I've got one on the charger right now. One of the conclusions I came to is if you're not actually going to leave the flashlight in your vehicle, onboard charging is probably not really that important. If it's something that's going to be, you don't have any other light on you, you don't have anything else. Why do they always show the strobe? Like, nobody cares about the strobe. It's a pretty long video. It looks pretty throwy. Again, nobody cares about your stupid strobe. It's not going to save you. What I like about it is it's a tactical, more of a tactical type of light. I don't really For small lights, I prefer the button to be on the back of the light. I don't really have any that have the button on the back of the light, except for the Naboo flashlight over here, and that's it. All of mine are somewhere else. It's pretty small. It's supposed to be about 4.8 inches.
Real quick, just one press, it's on. There is no half press to access any modes. One press on. Once it's on, you have to do a half press to go through the modes from the 10 lumen eco all the way up to 2000 lumens turbo. A double, 1, 2, goes to strobe. There is no S or beacon. Now, I just want to show you, when you watch up here, okay, all it takes is this, ready? To go through very, very little. You see that? Doesn't take much at all. If you go too far, you're going to shut it off. Once it's on, ready, 1, 2, and there's your strobe.
I like that.
Light, very well made, not heavy at all. Easily can see in your pocket, or as I would a light this size or something similar would go in my off-person EC light would go in my bag, my EC bag. Let's go outside, finish up this video outside, and see what it looks like.
Wish they would not play stupid music. So it sounds like you could just kind of turn it on and off. You half press it to get it to go through whatever modes you want. So that way you don't have to deal with the strobing or whatever if you don't want to. My main problem for me, I'm hooked on zoomy flashlights. I really am. And you just can't get that same kind of beam with a regular light. One thing I noticed earlier today about the wurkkos FC13 is it doesn't want to stay in my pocket. That's going to depend on what kind of pants you're wearing, but normally the jeans I wear probably wouldn't be a problem, but I'm wearing these carpenter pants that have like a little bit thinner stitching on the pockets, and the clip wants to come off. So one of the things I was thinking was, I was like, you know, really would like to buy a convoy flashlight, but at the same time I don't really want to order something from China and dealing with that, or dealing with ordering one for an exorbitant up spiked price on Amazon and having to still wait a long time for it. This guy here can't even hear him. Come on, dude.
I really like how small and easy it is to carry around.
I got my volume up all the way on the monitors.
Palm of your hand. And there was some controversy around this light initially when the designs were shared on Facebook. Some people thought that td02 shared similarities with Wurkkos and the Olight designs. Having a closer look myself, you can see some influences on the head, maybe the knurling here, but that's about where the similarities end. There's such different flashlights, and I'm going to show you what they look like with my other ones as well. So here are some similar size flashlights, even in functionality, to the td02, and you can see it's probably closer to the size of a Convoy S2, just a little bit longer, but wurkkos FC12, that's probably one that a lot of people are going to be comparing the td02 width, and yeah, quite similar sort of diameters, but the FC.
So anyway, yeah, I think it's probably a pretty good light.
Extra length there, and
What is that one?
Wubin LD50, which is pretty much the same size, slightly larger.
Wubin
FC12. Here we have a closer up of the td02, and quite impressive construction machining, considering its lower price range as well. The threads are square cut and smooth, so you can actually undo the head as well as the tail cap, which is great. Wubin make it very easy to modify and get into these lights and modify them if you want. The body's machined quite nicely. There's no imperfections.
You notice he said the wrong name.
You know,
He said
I'm quite
Wubin.
used to Wubin using a kind of more glossy anodizing, but on the td02 it actually looks a bit more matte
Unless
black.
Wubin is the same
And,
company.
dare I say, even grippier. Tail cap here is recessed, so it will tail stand, and you've got a single switch you operate the flashlight with. That tail switch there. It's interesting that Wubin has opted for the SST40 instead of the SFT40 that you see in the wurkkos FC12, but the SST40 does produce more light. So here it just sits behind that TIR lens.
He keeps
optic.
saying Wubin.
Back, I gave the lens a little poke, and it is made of plastic, so there is no glass protector on the front.
Huh.
Standard with a lot of TIR flashlights. Knurling is very grippy, especially when combined with this grippier anodizing. Simple kind of bezel, smooth. Can't unscrew it. And the lens as well, slightly recessed into the head. Does come with an 18650 button top cell. Pretty much everything you need. You get a USB Type-C charging cable as well. Instructions. Also get a lanyard with light. Standard with Wubin. It's a great little light, especially if
Why
you're just
does he
starting
keep
out
saying
with
Wubin?
flashlights and you don't know what to get. There's often different battery types.
I must be
different
missing
chargers, all that
something
kind
here.
of thing. With the td02, you pretty much get everything included. So let's go through the UI. So basically, one switch on the end, switch on and half press to cycle between the different modes. So there's 5 modes, okay? And if you double tap, you have strobe. Okay, so you just basically half press to go through. The great thing is that it also memorizes the last mode. So I'm going to say semi-tactical. If you go all the way to that highest mode there, 100%, and let it rest for about a second, it will reactivate. And I really wish some of my other lights had this same UI, just being able to memorize that turbo mode with 1 second. Really makes a big difference. I don't like lights that have a 3-second memory mode, just waiting too long. If you want to reactivate that turbo again, you have to sit there and wait 1, 2, 3, that kind of thing. So I do like the UI on this. It's not exactly tactical because there's no kind of half press momentary mode on there, but really you got the next best thing with being able to activate turbo quickly with the full press. So I ran a couple of ceiling bounce tests, and this is the first one on turbo. You can see the td02 starts off at 100%, holds for about 1.5 minutes, then drops around to 80%, holds that until 3 minutes, and drops to 30% at the 4-minute mark. And what I noticed interesting as well, sort of let it run for which was around in a Samsung, considering the size of the lens, I mean 200 plus meters I think is pretty impressive. It does work as well. Really good amount of spill. This reminds me of the Sofone SC18. The beam, it's almost identical really. Switch off the light, switch it back on again within, just give it a second, and it holds that 100% mode. So that memory mode was 3 seconds, and I'd have to wait too long to activate it again. So this, I think this could potentially make a good self-defense light as well.
All right. Anyway, so I don't know. I mean, you know, if you look at what you can buy on Amazon anymore, it's probably pretty good for $23. It's going to use the SST 40, so it'd be nice to see one of these with a bigger battery, 21700 or something. You know, it's already 7% claimed since we last looked at it. I think it was at 5 before. Anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty much partial to the zoomies. I've really only got like this one. This is just a Rayovac. It's cheap, $10 at Walmart. It's actually really bright though. You're not gonna start a fire with it or anything like that. And these ones, that's it. Everything else is a zoomie. So basically, this is probably the cheapest one that I like, right there. These ones are good, but we can't get them anymore. And I had to print a sleeve for the battery because it's supposed to be a 21700. I just don't have any right now. So all of these are 26650s except for this one, and they're okay. And so if you buy one for $7, they're cool. You know, they're fun to play with, but whatever. Like, it's not like something I get excited about after the third one. So anyway, I really like this light here a lot, but I don't like it uses a proprietary kind of battery, and I'm sure that I can work around that. But like, realistically, if I just had one light, this would probably be like the one, because it's super bright. It's constructed better than most of the other lights. It's got USB here, and this thing closes up. I don't really care for the twist zoom, and it has a de-domed light in it that really is nice. And it's got the button on the tail. After it's on a few seconds, you push it turns off. So the other one I really like is this one. It's got a round die. I don't know what LED that is. It's got a digital display. The metal is a little on the thin side. It's 18650. It's no longer available. The cover on the back doesn't really normally stay very well. It's USB-C. It was super cheap. It was like $7 or $8. So that's a really good light. I like it, and this one focuses so tight, very tight. This is like just laser precision focusing, like to a dot like that. I mean, like, I think I probably could show you right now. We're flooded right now. I don't have any other light that can even come close to that, and it just turns right off. So I really like that light. And then these ones that I just bought, they're also a round die. They're a little bit on the light side for their size. Like, seriously, but I don't know who they're made by, but they're very bright like that. We can get down to about that small. Oops. So I like these. These are also not available anymore. There's other versions of them out there. This light's still available, and it's kind of maybe got like a greenish tint to it, and you're gonna see the emitter, and it's a funny shaped emitter, but it's actually probably a decent light, but you got to push the button 3 times to turn it off. And for me, that's kind of a deal breaker. But so I don't want to carry around one of these or any over $10 light that's going to get beat up and banged up. So this would be perfectly fine because it's like $9, and if you beat it up and bang it up or you lose it or whatever, it ain't no big deal, you know, and you're not gonna care. You'll just go buy something else after it disappears. So, but these here, they're too expensive. They're like in the $30 range. So, and depending on they're on sale or not, they could be in the $40 range. And on their website, if you want to order from China directly, then you know they're going to be less, but they're still going to be over $20. So light like this might be good, but you might be better off buying something cheaper if you're going to be really abusive to it. You know, I don't know. If you're collecting flashlights, then maybe it's a good flashlight to collect. But you know, it's going to be kind of probably real floody. So it'd probably light up a room really good. You know, I don't know. But it's normally 26 on their site. This is a different light. This is actually what I would prefer. This is a 21700. It's a dual switch. I don't know what. It's got the LED that I don't like. So you know, I mean, it depends on your taste, I guess. Let's see, where's the other one? Well, their website's really kind of okay. td02. So it was 35 on their site, and from what I understand, it's always going to show less than that. So $26.99 without a battery. With the battery, $28.99. Sometimes the light will be different on their website. But you're gonna wait for this to show up a lot longer than Amazon. This is gonna take at least probably 10 days or more. So it would certainly be a good chance to jump on it for $23 on Amazon. I don't know that there's tax on it here. But even if it was the same price, you're going to wait longer here. And if you have a problem with this on their site, you're going to have to deal with them. You're not going to be able to go take it to Kohl's and return it because you don't like it. So that's my thoughts on that. You must be crazy if you wanted to order it from them at this point. So anyway, we'll catch you guys in a little bit.